Alrighty, you guys, we are going to get started in just a second once my camera decides to turn on. Let's get ready to move. All right, step it back into your space. Hello. Look, guys, I'm ready for St. Patrick's Day. Actually, this one's going to fall off, but that's okay. All right, we are going to step it back into our space. We're going to start standing, and then we're going to make our way down to the floor. So make sure you have a little bit of room. We're going to start with just the feet today, and we will work our way up from there. Step it back. And we're going to start with the right foot. I want you to really arch the foot into the floor, stretching the toes, just pedaling those feet, pressing the toes in. Usually we start on our head and work our way down. We're going to start with our toes first and work our way up. So let's do that. Don't forget, if I am not center of your screen, you can pin me. All right. Good. All right, we are going to do a few heel kicks here. So just a couple to get those knees nice and warm before we give our quads a stretch. I think you get a little bit more out of stretching when you're a little bit warmer. It's actually really warm in this room today, so feeling nice and toasty. Heels up. And then if you need a little bit of added stability, you're going to shift your weight, hold on to something, go ahead and reach for that right foot. And bring it down, switch legs. Keeping the knee facing down towards the floor, you should feel a nice stretch through the front of your quad, maybe around the knee, but also a little bit up through your hip flexors as well. Good. Release that leg. We're going to take it a wider stance. You can go hands on the hips. I want you to think, I'm a little teapot, all right, all the way through, side to side. So as you lean, you should feel the stretch on the inner thigh right in here, inner hip flexor as well. So we're just shifting our weight so that we feel the stretch down the inside of that leg. Now, if you don't feel enough stretch here, you can take it into a wider stance and, of course, bring it into more of a lateral lunge position. So this is a little bit more advanced than just shifting the hips side to side. Wait, you gotta make a little teapot. There you go. Good. All right, from here, we're gonna press our hips forward just so slightly so that you feel a stretch down the front of these hip flexors here. We're gonna hold this for about 10 more seconds. So leaning forward, leaning back. See, I'm like, now again, if you have a sensitive low back, that might not be your favorite thing, but we are really trying to focus on lengthening, especially when you're sitting in this position all day. We want to make sure that we are lengthening those hip flexors the best we can. And then now we're going to sit the hips back, especially if you are up against a wall or anything. Try to keep your positioning as we sit the hips back. Nice flat back. You should feel a nice stretch in those hamstrings. And then curve it over, reach for the toes. My feet are about hip width apart. Give those hamstrings a little bit of a stretch and then roll it back up through the entire spine, all the way up to the top. All right, this time we're going to keep our feet a little closer together and we're going to do the same thing. Roll those hands down the legs, roll through the spine, bending the knees, extend, roll it back up. And good. All right. From here, hands are going to come behind the back and interlock those hands together. Really stretching those biceps out, shoulders. Try to keep them away from the ears. Think of pressing them down and away. And if you'd like to increase the stretch, you can take it and let gravity help you out a bit. roll it back up. Nice. All right, from here, we're gonna go up into our right angles with our arms. Got a big sweatshirt on today, but here we go. Nice right angles here, and I want you to bring them all the way in front. Elbows together, palms together basically, and then open nice and wide as you can comfortably without letting those shoulders come up to the ears. Think of keeping them down, bring them in. Press and open, nice and wide. Last one. Open. Now we're going to reach up over the head, reach straight up, pull down as if you were doing a lat pull down, leading with those elbows. Now, if you're anything like me, it's probably very crunchy. Now remember, some movement, noise, popping, clicking, as long as it's not painful, you know, you're good. But sometimes there is a little bit of weirdness in those joints. All right, hands on top of the shoulders. We're gonna go right arm, nice big circle. There are so many attachment points in our shoulders that sometimes when things get stiff, or if you've had an injury, reverse that direction, it can get a little noisy up in there, a little crunchy. Good, same thing, other side. So keeping the hands on the shoulders also help reduce a little bit of the tension rather than just going straight out. You'll notice if your arm is out, you may get a little bit less range of motion than what you can do if your hand is on your shoulder. We want to accentuate that circle in that joint. Good, one more. All right, shake it out. So like a little bit of work there. Whew. All right, from here, we're gonna bring the chin straight down to the chest, and we're gonna hold this here, holding it down, looking straight down to the floor. Shoulders down and back. You can also lightly rock the head side to side. Maybe the right side of your neck and the back is a little bit tighter than the left. Again, being very gentle when you stretch your neck. All right, bring it up. We're gonna go right ear to right shoulder. And up, left ear, left shoulder. Good. From here, left hand's gonna come behind the back, just resting right on your low back. And then we are going to, again, bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. You're gonna feel a lot more stretch right here in this neck. And when I say be gentle, I mean it, be gentle. I had a friend who like just was stretching her neck and she totally tore a muscle in her neck just from doing a simple neck stretch. So sometimes you really wanna pay attention and stay within your range of motion. And now you can move the head down and all the way up. And then same thing, other side. Taking that right hand behind the back, it's going to create a little bit more of a stretch here. Don't forget to breathe. Take nice deep breaths. This is your relax and stretch time. This is your time to yourself. Try to clear your mind out a little bit. Moving the head in every direction, stretching that neck. Good, and bring it back. All right, how are we on time? Perfect. All right, we're gonna bring it down to the floor. We're gonna start on our hands and knees. Now again, if you are not favoring your knees today, you can also put your hands right on your chair and do your cat and cow on your chair or an elevated surface. So you got options, okay? Hands shoulder width, knees hip width, roll it up, press that spine like you're gonna press it right out of your skin, and then roll through. Do this about 2-3 times. Nice job. All right, sit the hips back. This time we're going to keep our knees facing forward with some space between the knees, and we're going to reach out for our child's pose. We're going to hold here for about 30 seconds. Feel free to adjust your positioning now. If you would like to bring the knees in closer together, reach it back out for about another 10 seconds. Good, roll it up. And then we are going to bring it for a figure 4 stretch. So again, this is one that you can do seated in your chair, crossing the leg over. I'm going to do it on the floor. And we're going to bring it up and in. So whatever position, you can do it seated on the floor, or laying down. Starting with that right leg, lightly using that elbow to help guide that knee outwards to create that turnout in that hip. And also very gently rock the leg side to side, left to right. Good. Now place that left foot down. We're going to just bring the right knee into our chest, and we're going to roll the ankle as we pull the knee in. Roll the ankle in both directions. And then from here, we're going to extend that right leg as high up as we can. Get it as straight as you can, wherever that is. So whether that is all the way over here, as long as you can get it straight, I want you to flex that foot, press through that heel, and then point the foot the best you can. You feel that stretch down the front of the ankle. Give it one last gentle pull towards you with just either a relaxed leg, a little bit of bend, and switch legs. All right, figure 4 on the left. Pull the left leg in, grabbing behind the right. Stiff today. Hold here. Good. All right, place that right foot down. Left knee comes into the chest, making sure that low back is on the floor. Point and flex. Do some ankle rolls with that foot. Good. And then from here, extend that leg up best you can. We're going to go flex the foot, so straighten it as much as you can, wherever that is. Straighten and then press, flex the foot, and now we're going to point the foot. Good, and then bring it for one last pull towards you with a neutral leg, so a little bit of bend. Give that hamstring a little stretch. Bring that foot down. We're going to sit up and go into a forward fold seated. So feet, you can do whatever width you want. You can do pizza slice, or you can do a French fry in skiing terms. Whatever is feeling good for you today. If you want a little bit more of a modified position, the wider the legs are, the more stretch you can get. So choose whichever floats your boat today. We're going to hang out here, take about 10 to 15 seconds, some nice deep breaths, and let your head relax. Inhale up. All right, cross the right leg over, turn, looking behind, just creating a little bit of a twist and a stretch in that back. And release, same thing on the left. Cross the left over, right arm comes behind. And looking over. And release. And that is all we have time for today. Stand it up. Stretch out anything else you feel you may have missed today. Don't forget to hydrate and have a wonderful Monday, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me.